What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel Nigeria Stars TV. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notification because we are bringing you all the latest in Afrobeats and Nigerian music. Today we are talking about big star energy because Wizkid secured the #1 spot as Nigeria's most streamed artist on Spotify for 2025. Yes, that's correct. Big Wiz is back on top. Let's dive into how he did it, the numbers behind this massive achievement, and what it means for Afrobeats. So on December 4th, 2025, Spotify dropped their annual Wrapped data, and Nigerian music fans had a lot to celebrate. And leading the pack, none other than Wizkid himself. But here's where it gets even better. Wizkid didn't just dominate Spotify, he also secured the top position on Apple Music Nigeria. That's right, he's ruling both major streaming platforms at the same time. When was the last time we saw someone do that? That's the kind of impact we're talking about here. This is a massive comeback considering that in 2024, Asake held the #1 position with Wizkid coming in at number 4. So what changed? What did Wizkid do differently in 2025? Let's break it down. But before we get into Wizkid's strategy, let's look at who made the top 10 most streamed artists in Nigeria for 2025. #1, Wizkid. The king reclaims his throne. #2, Shey Vibe, showing that street pop is still a force. #3, Asake, defending his 2024 crown with another year strong. #4, Burna Boy, the African giant, stays consistent. #5, Odumodu Black, the new school representing hard. #6, BNXN, formerly known as Buju, still making wave. #7 is Fola, one to watch. #8, Davido, OBO, holding it down. #9 is Rema, the rave lord, doing his thing. And last but not the least, #10 is Olamide, the legend Bado himself. The list shows the diversity of Nigerian music right now, from Afrobeats to street pop to alternative sound. It's a beautiful time for the culture. Now, let's talk about what really pushed Wizkid to the top, his album Morayo. This project wasn't just another album drop, it became Nigerian's most streamed album on Spotify in 2025. The album broke first day streaming record in Nigeria, and more importantly, it had serious replay value. Fans weren't just streaming it once and moving on, they kept coming back track after track all year long. Morayo showed that Wizkid still knows how to craft a complete body of work that resonates with fans. It's not just about singles anymore. People wanted the full album experience, and Wizkid delivered. The album connected on an emotional level with listeners, and that kind of connection is what keeps people hitting the replay button. That's the difference between a hit and a classic, and Morayo is proving to be the latter. But Wizkid didn't just rely on one album. He was strategic with his collaboration throughout 2025. First up, Give Me That with Arasta. This was a match made in Afrobeat heaven. Arasta is one of the hottest female artists in Nigeria right now, and combining her vocals with Wizkid's signature sound. Then we got Kai with Olamide. This is what I call a power move. Linking up with Bado, who has been in the game forever and still commanding respect. That's how you tap into different fan base and show versatility. Now let's not forget about Forever Be Mine featuring American rapper Gunna. This showed Wizkid's global appeal and his ability to seamlessly blend with international artists. That's the kind of crossover appeal that keeps you relevant worldwide. His single Kese also made it into the top most streamed song in Nigeria. So whether it was solo track or collaborations, Wizkid had multiple entries dominating the chart. But here's something that separates the great from the good: catalog strength. And Wizkid, his catalog is absolutely insane. His older music continues to thrive across all demographics. You've got long-time fans who've been rocking with Wizkid since Ola Boy, and then you've got the new generation discovering classic for the first time and still falling in love. Songs from years ago are still getting streams, still being discovered, still making an impact. That's the mark of a true legend, when your old music streams as well as your new releases. And let's put this in perspective. Wizkid has over 7.9 billion total streams on Spotify historically. A huge chunk of that came from his feature on Drake's One Dance, which alone has garnered over 3.2 billion streams. That's the kind of hit that keeps on giving. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture of what's happening in Nigerian music scene as a whole. Nigerians spent more than 1.3 billion hours on Spotify in 2025, and Let that sink in. 1.3 billion hours. And get this, local music consumption rose by 82% over the past years. That's almost double. What does this tell us? Nigerian music lovers are more engaged than ever. The streaming culture is fully taking root in Nigeria and artists are reaping the benefits. Spotify head of music for Sub-Saharan Africa, Fiona Okumu, said it perfectly. Nigeria's 2025 Wrapped shows a music scene that is thriving, with Nigerian embracing fresh voices along legend. That's the beauty of what we are witnessing. It's not just one sound or one generation winning. The ecosystem is strong to support veterans and newcomers alike. And the impact isn't just local, it's global. Burna Boy, Thames, Rema, Arasta, and Wizkid were identified as the most exported Nigerian artists. These are the names carrying the Afrobeat flag worldwide and doing an incredible job at it. Here's a stat that should excite every Afrobeat fans globally. Afrobeat listening increased by 22% in 2025. That means more people around the world are tuning into our sound, vibing to our rhythms and embracing our culture. From Lagos to London, New York to Tokyo, Afrobeat is becoming the soundtrack of the world, and with artists like Wizkid leading the charge, showing consistency and quality year after year, the future looks even brighter. This isn't just a moment, this is a movement, and we are all witnessing history being made in real time. Now, you know we had to talk about how Wizkid himself responded to this massive achievement. Shortly after this Spotify announcement, Wizkid took to social media to react with a subtle but bold response, sending fans into debate. His reaction was characteristically understated. It seemed like the post was a fresh jab at his longtime rival Davido, after being crowned Nigerian's most streamed artist on Spotify for 2025. In his tweet, he wrote, "Dem say album go swallow album, dem dey ground dey smell now," accompanied by a laughing emoji, a line many saw as mocking Davido's earlier claim about dominating the chart. He didn't stop there. In yet another jab, he tweeted, "I think say all of una don kpai, una still remain," and ending his strings of posts, he simply wrote "biggest." And honestly, that's so on brand for Big Wiz. The man doesn't need to do too much. He lets the music and the numbers speak for themselves. That quiet confidence, that I already knew energy, that's what separates icons from everyone else. Fans went into overdrive, analyzing his reaction, debating what it meant, comparing achievements. You know how social media gets when at the end of the day, the numbers don't lie. Wizkid is number one and he knows it. So there you have it, fam. Wizkid is back on top as Nigerian's most streamed artist on Spotify for 2025, and he did it through a combination of stellar album, strategic collaboration, catalog strength, and pure artistry. This achievement shows that consistency, quality, and evolution are key to staying relevant in this game. Wizkid has been here for over a decade, guys. Over a decade, and he's still finding ways to dominate and reinvent himself. What do you think about Wizkid securing number one spot? Was it deserved? Who is your favorite artist from the top 10? Drop your thoughts in the comment below. I want to hear from you. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. As always, this is Nigeria All Stars. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay blessed, keep streaming good music, and remember, Afrobeats to the world. Until next time, peace out.